Today, we're diving into a groovy journey through time to explore the culinary delights of the 1960s, inspired by none other than the iconic Woodstock Festival. But before we unveil the secrets of the hippie harvest, let's rewind the clock and uncover a mystery lurking in the roots of this era. Picture this. It's the summer of '69, and as the sun sets over the rolling hills of upstate New York, a transformative event is about to unfold. Thousands of free spirits gather on a farm, drawn together by the promise of music, peace, and love. But amidst the swirling haze of tie-dye and the infectious rhythms of rock and roll, there's a culinary mystery waiting to be unraveled. You see, while we know plenty about the iconic performances and the vibrant atmosphere of Woodstock, one question remains. What were these flower children fueling their groovy adventures with? Surely sustenance was as essential as the music itself during those 3 magical days. To solve this tasty mystery, let's rewind the clock and take a closer look at the culinary landscape of the swinging '60s. It was a time of upheaval and innovation, where traditional notions of food were challenged and a new era of gastronomic exploration was born. From the rise of health-conscious eating to the emergence of countercultural movements, the 1960s laid the foundation for a revolution in the way we think about food. And at the heart of it all was Woodstock, a gathering that not only celebrated music but also embraced a holistic lifestyle that included mindful eating and sustainable living. So as we embark on this culinary journey through time, let's uncover the delicious truth behind the hippie harvest and the flavors that fueled the spirit of Woodstock. But first, subscribe and become a member of our growing community. The 1960s, a time of peace, love, and a whole lot of culinary experimentation. As the flower children embraced a newfound sense of freedom and connection with nature, their plates reflected this ethos of harmony and sustainability. Welcome to the hippie harvest, where fresh, organic ingredients were the order of the day. Picture yourself strolling through a vibrant market overflowing with the bounty of the earth. From plump heirloom tomatoes to fragrant bundles of herbs, every bite was a celebration of nature's abundance. The hippies weren't just eating, they were nourishing their bodies and souls with food that was as vibrant and alive as they were. But the hippie harvest wasn't just about what was on the plate, it was about how it got there. These free spirits were pioneers of the organic farming movement, rejecting harmful chemicals and embracing sustainable practices long before it was trendy. From communal gardens to rooftop apiaries, they found creative ways to cultivate food in harmony with the planet. And let's not forget the communal aspect of hippie cuisine. Whether it was a potluck feast under the stars or a spontaneous picnic in the park, food was meant to be shared and enjoyed with friends old and new. After all, what better way to spread peace and love than through the universal language of food? The next time you bite into a crisp apple or savor a spoonful of freshly harvested honey, take a moment to thank the flower children of the 1960s. Their legacy lives on in every bite, reminding us to cherish the earth and each other with every meal. Now that we've explored the delights of the hippie harvest, it's time to dish out the truth about 1960s cuisine, the good, the bad, and the downright rad. Brace yourselves because we're about to embark on a culinary roller coaster ride through the swinging '60s. Let's start with the good, shall we? The 1960s brought us a bounty of wholesome and nourishing foods that still have a place on our plates today. Think crunchy granola loaded with nuts and seeds, or vibrant salads bursting with crisp, fresh vegetables. These were the dishes that fueled the free spirits of Woodstock and beyond, providing sustenance for mind, body, and soul. But alas, every era has its culinary quirks, and the 1960s were no exception. Enter the infamous gelatin salad, a concoction so bizarre it could only have come from the psychedelic depths of the '60s kitchen. Picture a wobbly mound of gelatin studded with, well, let's just say some rather unconventional ingredients. Canned fruit cocktail, anyone? And who could forget the culinary creations that were more cringe-worthy than groovy? From Spam casserole to canned spaghetti rings, the 1960s served up its fair share of questionable dishes that left taste buds and stomachs reeling in disbelief. But fear not, for amidst the culinary chaos of the 1960s, there were also moments of pure culinary genius. Take, for example, the rise of international cuisine, as adventurous cooks embraced flavors from around the globe. Suddenly, dishes like stir-fry and curry were gracing dinner tables everywhere, adding a dash of spice to the American palate. So, while the 1960s may have been a time of culinary highs and lows, one thing's for sure, it was never boring. Whether you're indulging in a nostalgic slice of apple pie, or daring to recreate a gelatin salad for the sheer novelty of it, remember that every dish tells a story of a time when anything was possible, even in the kitchen. As we bid farewell to the swinging 60s and our journey through the hippie harvest, it's time to indulge in a taste of nostalgia. A culinary trip down memory lane that's sure to warm your heart and tickle your taste buds. There's something undeniably charming about the foods of the past, isn't there? Whether it's the comforting aroma of freshly baked bread or the sweet nostalgia of a childhood favorite, these flavors have a way of transporting us back in time to simpler days. Take, for example, the humble apple pie, a timeless classic that's been gracing American tables for generations. With its flaky crust and sweet cinnamon-spiced filling, it's a slice of Americana that never goes out of style. And let's not forget the beloved milkshake, a creamy concoction that's as indulgent as it is refreshing, perfect for cooling off on a hot summer day. But nostalgia isn't just about the dishes themselves, it's also about the memories they evoke. Perhaps it's the taste of your grandmother's famous meatloaf, or the scent of your mom's homemade chocolate chip cookies baking in the oven. Whatever it may be, these culinary moments are woven into the fabric of our lives, connecting us to our past and to each other. When you're feeling nostalgic for the swinging 60s, why not whip up a batch of oatmeal cookies? Or brew a pot of coffee just like Grandma used to make? After all, food has a way of bringing us together no matter which decade we're in. Thanks for joining us on this tasty trip down memory lane. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more delicious adventures in food history. Until next time, stay curious and keep on cooking.